Hello and welcome all to the Spooky Horror Show. I'm your host Sean, and I'm here with my co-host Anthony. And tonight we're going to be reviewing and spoiling the 2011 American supernatural horror film, The Innkeepers.
This might just be the first one that isn't Canadian.
I think we've had a couple. Let's take a gander at our list so far. Okay, Hell House was American.
I thought that was Canadian.
No, that's American because it takes place in upstate New York, I think.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. They could always source the scenes.
But I think The Void might have been Canadian.
Yeah, no, that was Canadian, 100%.
The Gracefield incident was Canadian.
Yeah.
We Summon the Darkness, I believe, is Canadian. It might be American. Vicious Fun was Canadian. I Spit on Your Grave is American. Detention is Taiwanese. Super Hot is American. And then Innkeepers American. So yeah, we're on a roll. But
I felt we had a lot more foreign, which is usually the case with movies like this.
Yeah. So Anthony, how's your week been?
Not bad actually. It's been warm really, so that's been good. Just been working on the Jeep and just trying to get shit fucking together.
But yeah, so working on the truck. How's tack welding or welding in general been going?
Actually been good. I actually ended up doing a couple of pieces that were more like angle welds, and it came out well.
All right.
I just need to get a hold of more steel.
I don't feel like I have done anything. Like at all.
Well, I mean, you just did that convention thing, and I'll be honest, those things are kind of like they're tiring.
Yeah. I think I'm back to my sleep schedule where I'm up till 5 o'clock in the morning, and I used to fall Desi even messaged me last night. She's like, I think she messaged it like 2, and she's like, hey, I figure you're probably still awake, so if you want to play some Phasmo, I'm up. And I didn't respond because I actually fell asleep around 1 last night.
Oh, okay.
But it took sleeping pills to do it because it wasn't happening, because I've been falling asleep at 5 and then waking up at 7. So it's like
minimum we got to get the 4 hours. Got to get the 4 hours.
So like if you look at my face, and the wife even said it today because I had to help her. I had to be her I don't know, live action patient for like school. I think it was like her last test before her final and everything. And I saw myself in the camera before the proctor came on. And I was like, I look fucking terrible. And she turns and she
love that.
She turns and looks and she goes, No, you look fine. I was like, babe, I look like someone just rocked me in the face. I have super raccoon eyes. And it's like, terrible.
Did she make you up?
No, I still look like I still have looking in the thing. It's like super dark under my eyes and puffy. She's like, well, I have this caffeine cream that you can put under your eyes. It's supposed to get rid of that
caffeine cream.
Yeah. So I put that on. It did absolutely nothing. It smelled delicious, but it did nothing. I'm still puffy. It's still super fucking dark. So I have to figure out some sort of a fucking sleep schedule.
Shit's fucking brutal. All right, let's do this.
But all right, so our film facts. The Innkeepers. God, are you gonna come up with a jingle for it?
Hell yeah, we are.
The Innkeepers was written, directed, and edited by Ty West. As I said last week, he's directed a couple of things. He had not a starring, but he was one of the actors in that movie, You're Next.
Come on, there you go.
I think it was You're Next. It was when the family was having a family dinner, and then these people come in and people were getting shot with crossbows and stuff. He was one of the actors in that.
Is it You're Next?
Yeah,
I don't know, but I saw that in
the animal.
Actually, I saw that in I think the same theater we had Your Birthday in.
Okay.
Out there.
Okay, when we saw
and that was hilarious.
Goonies?
Yes, Goonies.
I think he directed something for VHS, the horror
Oh,
anthology
the
shit.
horror. Okay.
Yeah, and possibly the ABCs of Death, but I don't remember. Do not hold me to that.
I actually, the ABCs of Death was actually pretty cool, but
I just remember that
I
because
haven't watched them that much.
it was like D for dog, and it was like a man fighting in like a dog fighting ring. He was fighting the dogs. And then F for fart, and it was a Japanese film about like something happening, and then this female student was in love with like her female teacher, and her female teacher was like farting and the gas was killing people,
The
but
fuck?
then the teacher like sucked the student up into her ass through the fart. It was fucking
Oh my
weird.
god!
It was so
What
fucking
in the
weird.
hell, bro?
It might end up on the list. I just have no fucking clue how
That's insane.
we would do that, because it's all short films. It's like
Oh,
a short
okay.
film for each letter of the alphabet. So I don't know how
That would work out.
we
Yeah,
would
that would be different.
we
Yeah.
would do that. The Innkeepers had a budget of $750,000 and a box office of 1.18 million.
Oh,
It's
wow.
not a lot, but I'm pretty sure this was like possibly not first time director, but definitely first time, like I guess one of his films has been in a theater, so it's a big unknown. It also didn't have a whole lot of like really famous people in it. It stars Sarah
Yeah,
Paxton
you're right.
from Aquamarine, Last House on the Left, the remake, and Shark Night.
Shark Night?
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't great. Pat Healy is Luke in this, like her coworker, and he was
Yeah.
from the movie Compliance, which was really good. Starry Eyes, which was really good, and that Tom Cruise movie Magnolia. He was also in Cheap Thrills, which also co-starred Sarah Paxton. So they got
Okay.
back together for that. And then the
I
only
like when
other
they do that.
yeah, the only other person like of note in it is Kelly McGillis. Yeah, Kelly McGillis.
Who is that? Lee?
Yeah, that's Leanne. And she is from the love interest in Top Gun.
What?
Yeah, that's her.
No.
Yep.
Oh, oh no.
You would
That
have
was
never
the
known.
chick.
Yep.
That's the chick from Top Gun. The blonde.
Yep, that's her.
Oh my god. And are you gonna tell me Tom Cruise isn't in a cult? He ain't drinking like baby blood or some shit?
No.
Man, doesn't look like he fucking. Dude, he really was in Interviewing the Vampires. Like I think they really used him as a vampire.
What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, I'll be honest. I feel it was slightly drawn out and boring. But these type of movies usually are. That I mean, if kind of not found footage, but that paranormal, ghost hunty, kind of. You know what I mean.
The spooky. It's like it builds up a whole lot of tension. Through like slow pacing, and then boom, you get a scare, and then it builds up more tension, and boom, scare, like that. Yeah.
So it's fun. I honestly think it was a cute little movie. It really wasn't anything overly scary or gory or anything. Didn't really care for the ending. I could have fucking left it, but it was watchable. I would not pay $10 for it as I'm looking.
I'll definitely watch it for free.
Definitely, yeah. Because right now, everybody, it's free with ads on Vudu. That's what I watched it on, and you could buy it, and I would not pay $10 for this, just so y'all know. But free, I'd watch this all fucking day. Yeah, hell yeah.
if I were to buy it, it would have to be
$1.99.
Well, I would be buying the Blu-ray of it so that I can have the commentary track and.
Well, this has the free featurette.
Yeah, but does it have the commentary track? Because that's where you get the comedy gold. So.
Okay, yeah. But like I said, like I said, it's free right now, and I would loop that shit. I'd put it on just to clean up, or I'd put it on while I'm in the middle trying to just like farm or do something in video games. It's one of those, but like it's like Hell House.
Yeah.
I constantly watch those now, you ass.
Yeah, I know. There is surprisingly a large amount of just terrible found footage.
Comforting, terrible found footage.
There's like, everyone goes like, oh well, if you want good found footage, you got to watch the Blair Witch Project. I hate the Blair Witch Project.
Oh,
It's fucking terrible.
it actually didn't made me not like that kind of shit until I watch
Yeah.
other ones years later.
For me, it's like the
Damn
first like 2
snot
or
onto
3.
the camera. Oh,
Yeah,
fucking...
for me, it's the first like 2 or 3 Paranormal Activities that I was like,
that's
okay.
the one I think. Yeah, I honestly feel those ones like redeemed it for me.
Yeah,
Is
so
those
it's like,
ones.
through that I go and I will actively seek out found footage films. Like I said, I have a list that eventually we will be going through like all of the films on that found footage list. Some of them are really good. Some of them were probably made for like $15 and everything. But
that's
it's like
terrible.
if you want some to start going through, I can send you over the list for you to
Oh,
find.
dude, Shutter's found footage. I'm gonna go through that for like a while.
Yeah, there's a couple of good ones in there.
Oh,
But
fuck ton on there.
me for this one, I won't lie. Back in the day, I had a huge crush
on that chick,
on Sarah Paxton. Huge
right?
fucking crush. She has this
look so fucking familiar. Yeah, she looked so fucking. The whole time, me and the wife were like, "What is she from?"
Yeah, she's in stuff.
She's never a bad actress.
Yeah, she's just never been like
big box office.
Yeah, which annoys me because it's like there's that girl Joey King who's in like every fucking
Joey King.
Yeah, you can look her up. You're gonna look her up and be like, oh, she has an annoying face. She's in like every single fucking horror movie for studios that there is.
What the fuck?
And she's a terrible actress. Like, she's not good at all. She does not deserve like the kudos that she's getting. She's terrible. She's on par with Millie Bobby Brown. She is awful. Sarah Paxton, on the other hand, is really good. And it sucks that I don't see her in more things. So having a crush on her,
that might be her choice.
But yeah, so I've always loved horror, and when an actress or actor that I really like is in a film, like I will actively seek it out to watch it. So that's the whole reason why I watched this. And I've probably seen this in total about 7 times.
That's not that bad though.
3 times this week alone.
Well, yeah, we
for
had
this.
we had to do it for this.
But yes, I like this film. I know with you, you're not big on like the slow pace, like slow build up. You want blood, gore.
I just deep head first in gore, massive imagery, like Event Horizon. Event Horizon is like one of my all times because it's like non-stop psycho, thematic, flashing, gore. I love it. And Hellraiser.
And it's like, while I like those films, they are not scary for me. There's nothing scary about that. It's why I've never been scared of a Friday the 13th film. I've never been scared of Nightmare on Elm Street, Hellraiser. If anything with Hellraiser, it just grosses me out. You know?
Yeah, they get out there with Hellraiser because I love Hellraiser. The new one really wasn't that good at all.
The slow, drawn out pace that you find in things like this, or at least the first Paranormal Activity, where it's like, you know something's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen. But you're looking around like, when the fuck is it gonna happen? Another good example of that is The Strangers. Have you ever seen that?
Oh.
Right? It was Scott
is that the one with Liv Campbell?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where it's like they're in an argument, they're at their place.
I love that movie.
That's slow tension. That's slow build up. Things are just happening very slowly, and then
that was a good movie.
And everything. It's like I love stuff like that, and I find that to be more scary than your Texas Chainsaw Massacres, your Friday the 13th and stuff. It's all those movies are just fun gore fests. Like, if I want to be scared, I want like something where it's like with The Strangers, it's like you're home alone. If you're in like a small town, it's one of the reasons the wife doesn't want. Originally, she wanted something that was like far away, have your own property and everything. But then watching that, she's like, no, I can't.
I'm good.
And I understand, because like you know, something happens.
No one can hear your screams.
Yeah, it's like that's terrifying. You know, that, like,
And no,
it's
it's
not
the
like,
only time they found the family dismembered and half eaten was when the
Yeah.
family visited for Christmas.
yeah, you know, it's like, and you can't even be like, well, that'll never happen. No, it happens.
Bullshit,
And
it happens all the time.
So,
all the
so
fucking
it's like,
time. It just doesn't get in the fucking news.
yeah, so it's like stuff like that
Especially
is
in
scarier.
Texas.
Yeah, so stuff like that is scary. That's the type of stuff that actually scares me. And this had some of it. I do wish that there was more things happening with the ghost.
Yes.
To
more activity.
Because it's like we'll get to it. But there's a scene when they're in the basement and she's like, "It's behind you," without like giving too much away.
It doesn't give you. Yeah,
and they don't even show it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it doesn't even show it, and I was
like,
so
don't tell me
disappointed
it's
in
there.
that.
Just
I
show
was like,
me
I
that it's
think
there.
on hand, what was it? There was 2 scenes of a ghost. I mean, I could be wrong, but there
were a
was
couple.
far too little. Little. I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah, it's like it would have been scarier if you, because it's like when she's saying it, it's a close up of her face, and then as she's saying it, it's a close up of his face, and he looks terrifying. What would have been scarier is if when you're there and she's like, she's getting closer, she's behind you, and it's a close up of his face, it slowly zooms out to a wide, and you see her spirit like behind her. That would have been scarier, and that would have been cool for like another thing. But again, I'm assuming with only like 750,000, it was shot on film, so that's more expensive than shooting digital. It was shot on 35 millimeter film, but it was also shot on location at that hotel. That is the hotel in the movie is called the Yankee Peddler Inn. It's in Connecticut, and that was the name of the hotel in the movie. That's the name of the hotel in real life. It might still be open. I'm not completely sure, but they not only shot the film there, they also stayed there the entire time during production.
Jeez, like that sounds like a hell house.
Yeah, so it's like but at least opposite of Hell House, that place has electricity, it has water. Like,
I know
all these things.
God damn. When they said that, I was like, oh god, you gonna live there?
So it's like a lot of the budget might have been like eaten up by that. But it's a good movie. I would recommend seeing it. I don't know if like Anthony said, I don't know if I would pay for it.
$10.
Unless I'm getting like all of the special features that would come with like a Blu-ray or something like that. But no, it's definitely worth a watch. I would definitely recommend checking it out. And like he said, it is on Amazon Prime Video for free with advertising. All right, you ready for this? This is broken up into 3 chapters. Chapter 1, The Long Weekend. Claire saunters into work and is greeted by her coworker Luke, who I feel like Luke is supposed to be like what? I feel like she's college age. Is he like 10 years older than her?
He's probably 30s. Maybe, yeah. He's not that old.
Yeah, no, I didn't think he was like that old, but I feel like
she's maybe in just hitting maybe 30s, just under 25, 26.
Yeah. Luke is another employee that was duped into working the weekend shift at the Yankee Peddler Inn. The Yankee Peddler Inn was once a grand hotel that is now going out of business. They're still accepting guests though, which is weird. If this is the last weekend, why are you still letting people in? I don't remember how many floors it is, but all of the floors except for the second floor have been emptied. So why the fuck are you still accepting people?
That's what I was very confused for. I was like, if you have only one floor open for the public, why even be open? You're not really gonna make a profit that day, especially if you have to pay them.
Yeah. As I said, Claire and Luke are the only employees working that final weekend of operation. They complain about the hotel owner Ron and how he skipped town and went to, I think, Barbados and left them to basically handle everything. Claire asks Luke if he ever got his camera fixed, and that's a big nopers from Luke. He says he still has his microphone so they could do the EVPs. Both Claire and Luke are ghost hunter enthusiasts and are fascinated by the hotel's spooky history. Luke also runs a website that chronicles the hauntings. I do like that we get the hint that yes, he had a Panasonic because he called it like a Panasuck ass or something like that.
Yeah. I gotta get a hold of Panasuck ass.
Luke tells Claire that he found something online that he really wants to show her. It ruined the scare.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so he shows
Those are big
Claire
TikToks too.
Yeah, so he shows Claire that video, and yeah, he opens up his laptop, hands her headphones, and she's just staring at the screen, waiting for something to happen, that paranormal that like he said he found on the internet. And then that pops up and she jumps back laughing, and then she grabs her inhaler and starts using it because she has asthma. Right. And that's gonna play like such a huge like part in this movie
about all this.
Yet at the same time, it's gonna make no fucking sense.
And my wife has bad asthma, so this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. That afternoon, Luke checks in an old woman who Claire recognizes as Leanne Reese Jones, played by Top Gun's Kelly McGillis. Right? Yeah, McGillis. No, McGillis? I don't fucking know. Played by her. A former actress who was in town for a convention. Claire waits for her to go upstairs before she completely geeks out over, like, this chick who she's apparently a huge fan of. She's in luck, though, because Luke forgot, apparently again, to stock the room with towels. So when Lee calls down for to get towels, Claire jumps at the opportunity to run upstairs and give it to her.
But of course.
Yeah. Starstruck when delivering the towels, especially since Leanne just got out of the shower. So now, I don't know.
Awkward. This was so fucking awkward, this whole entire interaction.
Did she let herself in? Or
yes.
When she knocked on the door, did Leanne say, come in? Because when she goes in, she's like, I have your towels. She just sticks her arm out and she's like, please hand me one.
Yes.
You know? So it's like,
I don't remember her saying, come in. I remember her knocking and walking in. I'm like, no. You don't walk in the fucking room.
But yeah, so Leanne is naked in the shower. We don't see it. Claire sees it.
That is fine. And, that is more than fine.
They then proceed to have an extremely awkward encounter where Claire rambles a lot about how Leanne is her favorite actress and a bunch of fucking stupid movies that she's been in. And then Leanne is kind of a bitch towards Claire.
She's also very weird.
Yeah. But like all Claire said was like she's a fan of her stuff. Like, and she named some of the movies and how she loved her and stuff. But then when Leanne goes, well, do you want to be an actress? And she's like, no. It's like, that's when
she wrote her off.
Yeah. It's like, what?
She was such a dick.
Yeah. It's like, I didn't fucking understand that. But then it's
and
pretty much
when she asked her about like, well, what do you do or something like that?
What do I do? I work at this hotel. That's what I do.
It's like, no, what did you want to do? I'm like, wow, you know what? You can calm down, bitch.
It's like, what? You could have specified
like
what you're asking instead of just giving a fucking general question. But yeah, like as you said, it's like Leanne was implying that she wanted to know what she was doing with her life, and Claire has no fucking clue. So with all of that being super fucking awkward, Claire goes to leave, not giving her the towels, which Leanne then has to tell her like, hey, can I have my towels? Back. So she gives her the towels. She goes downstairs and she's all like dejected, I guess, because of that interaction, which is fair. It's like a lot of times people say never meet your heroes because they won't live up. There's
a reason, yes.
I haven't had that happen yet, and I've met a bunch of my heroes. I've met Bruce Campbell. I've met and hung out with Adam West and Burt Ward from the original Batman series.
Ooh, nice.
Just treat them like they're people. They're not these fucking god tier things. They're just fucking people.
Makes no sense to me.
She didn't do that. So now she's gonna go and get some coffee from someone that I hate so fucking much. The barista at the coffee shop is Lena Dunham.
Okay, Lena, what's wrong with Lena Dunham?
From like Girls, I fucking hate her. I fucking hate her. From Girls.
From Girls?
All you gotta do is Google names, dude. Just Google names. She's gonna pop up and you're gonna be like, ugh, oh. I fucking hate her. I don't like her. Not nearly as much as I dislike Millie Bobby Brown, but it's up there.
Fuck.
This is gonna turn into a I hate Millie. Well, it's okay. Well, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. This way I don't have to deal with comments. It's right here. I do not like Millie Bobby Brown. One, because she's fucking weird and she's a flat earther.
That bothers me. I'm sorry. You can't, the pure ignorance behind that.
Also, everyone keeps talking about how she's such a great actress and she's the best part of Stranger Things. And
Well,
it's
I wouldn't
like,
say the best part.
yeah, and it's like, how is she the
That's
best
a little
part?
presumptuous.
She talks like a toddler with mental deficiencies, even though she has been around people her entire life.
Said that. We can't do
Her
this. We're gonna
entire
go
life.
into no. We can't
No.
do this. We're gonna go into a Stranger Things rant, and we're never gonna do that because I'm gonna add in, bro. I got a lot of problems with that because it makes no sense.
And then the entire first season, when she was just the greatest thing there, she just held her hand out and went, and then her nose bled. That's all that it fucking was. She didn't do anything. And it's like, oh, she's so good. And it's like, no, she hasn't, like, let's see some acting chops. And then they put her in Godzilla and shit. And it's like, oh my God, she's fucking awful. Maya Hawke is better than her on that show. Sadie Sink, who plays Max, is better than her on that show.
Is Maya Hawke the
Ethan Hawke's daughter. Yeah, Ethan Hawke and
that blew me away.
it's like they are all awesome female actresses. But yeah, so Stranger Things rant is done. That is the reason why I do not like Millie Bobby Brown. You can come for me in the comments. I don't give a shit. You are not going to change the way I feel about her until she's actually in something where she's a good actress. But did you look up Lena Dunham so you can see who the fuck I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'm not.
Yep. You see? You see? Yeah,
Sorry.
as soon as you see her, you're like,
I remember her for I
all
wasn't
the
a
stupid
fan.
fucking shit she said. Yeah.
She was
don't
much
like
for
Lena
me.
Dunham. Not a fucking fan. She's a barista at this cafe that I think is still open to this day there. And she's just droning on and on about her boyfriend still hasn't said I love you IRL. And she's like, well, he said it in
to a stranger,
IM.
like.
It's like, I don't fucking care. So Claire leaves, goes back to the hotel, and she's moping about not getting her coffee. And Luke even brings up, oh, is that annoying girl still work there? So it's like they
even
all
in this
know
fucking
she's
movie,
fucking
they all know
annoying.
she's fucking annoying.
So, wait, is it? Okay, yeah, so she's also kind of mopey about just life in general. And she talks to Luke about whether or not she made the right choice about dropping out of college. No, she did not make the right fucking choice of dropping out of college. Like, she has zero drive in life. She doesn't know what she
couldn't
wants
answer
to do.
anything.
All she would need to do is get a basic ass, like, 2-year associate's degree. Like, that's it. But like the place that you are currently working at is going out of business. You don't have a job anymore, and you're not in school. What the fuck are you doing? It's like, no, you should have stayed in school. It's the same bullshit with Super Hot, where the chick quit her job, had no plans for what she was gonna do, and then dropped $400 on a fucking on a fucking toy, essentially. Like
that threw me. I was so angry
like,
about that. I was like, you fucking kidding?
And it's like, of course, fucking Luke is like, no, you made, it's it works for some people, it doesn't work for anything. Like, you weren't in school long enough to know if it fucking worked for you, because you don't even know what the fuck you want to do with your life, and then complain that there's nothing going on for you when you had the opportunity to be in school and like figure stuff out, because at least then you would have gotten all your general fucking bullshit stuff out of the way, So it's like, I don't know. I felt that was stupid, and we didn't fucking need it. The what?
I said you were right. You gotta breathe.
Yeah.
That was lengthy.
Well, we're gonna get into more shit, because this is when he complains about the mother and son that are staying there, and he tells her the life story of said mother and son who are staying in room 255. She's confused about how he knows about it, and he's kind of hurt that she thinks he doesn't like actually talk to any of the guests when they check in. Like, that's part of your job, you know? But Luke calls it quits and heads to bed, leaving Claire to run the front desk for the night. Claire, bored out of her mind, starts messing around with Luke's computer because she asked him to keep it there so that since he was going to sleep, she could just sit there and, you know, mess around on the computer.
Mess around on it.
To keep herself occupied. But he says yes. He was a little apprehensive, and then we find out why he's a little apprehensive. She starts messing around with the computer, and someone didn't clear their cookies and their browsing history.
Yeah, that was a bad browser history.
I don't remember exactly what.
Oh, there was a couple of weird titty somethings in there, and I was like,
but I don't remember if she clicked on history or one of the folders, like the bookmark folder.
No, it was a history one because she was trying to get back to his website.
And there was a lot of porn. Like, a lot. All various, like, types. I think there was a fisting one. It was bad. It was just really bad. So Claire finally goes to his website and starts looking around at all the spooky stuff that he has apparently been recording in the hotel since he's been working there. So she decides to, while she's looking at it, there's a banging sound. So she decides to go check out the noise. She slowly creeps down the hall towards the back door and is peeking out the back window when probably one of my favorite scares, Luke scares her by saying really fast, "I don't want to scare you, but I'm standing right behind you."
I know. Because we've all been there. You know what I mean? You're really trying hard.
Dude, this honestly is comedy gold. And I have done this to so many fucking people because I am a quiet walker.
No, I'm loud as fuck.
I don't make noise even in creaky houses. The way that I walk, I just don't make sound when I walk. So I tend to
me,
creep up on
100%.
people. But yeah, so Claire walks away, taking a puff of her inhaler, and Luke says he couldn't sleep, so they could just swap out now, and she leaves to go to sleep. I have no idea how much time was supposed to have passed because they're doing 7-hour shifts.
No, they're doing 7 to 7s.
Yeah, so 7-hour shifts. Oh wait,
7 to 7.
Oh no, they're doing 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Oh, okay, I thought they just said they're doing 7-hour shifts.
And there's your sign.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a fucking long shift. And my thing was, I was like, you're leaving this girl by herself. I mean, granted, there's no one in the hotel, but that's even more great. What if someone did go to the hotel?
Yeah.
She's the only person. She's all by herself. You know what I mean? That's a lot of responsibility, and that's pretty dangerous, even for him.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people aren't going to take the answer of, oh, well, we're really not fully open. You know what I mean? Like, that can go bad quick.
So now, if you're paying attention, so far there have been 2 scares and 2 times that she has used the inhaler. So
that fucking inhaler.
From what I understand, I think her her asthma shit is supposed to be stress induced.
Oh, it's definitely stress induced.
However, if something go boogity boogity boogie is gonna like cause you to fucking hyperventilate and have to use your inhaler, you
maybe spooky shit isn't your thing.
Yeah, you know. But
kind of putting some fuel fire there, pal.
Yeah, so now we're in chapter 2, Madeline O'Malley. The next morning, Claire is telling the little kid staying in room 255 the legend of Madeline O'Malley, a bride who hanged herself in the 1800s when her fiance jilted her at the altar. Her body was supposedly hidden in the basement by the hotel owners because they were scared there would be like a, what's it called? Like bad press and shit. So they supposedly hid it in the basement and no one ever found it. The mom comes downstairs and here's what Claire is saying when her kid runs to her crying. And then the mother berates Claire, telling her she doesn't want to be the bad guy and that she's going through a lot and blah, blah, blah. She needs towels, blah, blah, blah. You know, the lady can go fuck herself. Straight up can go fuck herself. Boo-hoo, you're in a shitty marriage, and instead of fucking leaving him, I'm gonna stay at a shitty hotel and make him realize that his life sucks without me. Guess what, stupid? He's probably having the time of his fucking life. He's not having you around fucking nagging him. just from the small interaction that we get with her, she just plays the
Let's
victim
say
card and wants everyone to feel bad for her.
well, legitimately, first off, she looks like death. Like, I don't know what that fucking argument was, but it looks like maybe that you shouldn't be going back if you look like that.
Yeah.
Like, and then secondly, I'm like, you're here to try to get away, and you're treating everybody around you like fucking shit. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, dude, you gotta calm down.
Because her life is bad and she's going through stuff. So
I
like,
don't like
you need
that.
to wait on her. Fucking eat my asshole. I don't care. Like, I don't fucking care. This is a you
Take it
problem.
out on other people.
Yeah, this is a you problem. Why is your child in the lobby with one of the hotel employees instead of in the fucking room with you? They're not babysitters.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. I don't want to be the bad guy. No, go the fuck away. If your life is so bad with him, fucking leave him. Don't pull this, I'm gonna show him and we're taking a weekend
Really
trip.
hurts
He's
the
gonna see
kid,
how
too.
bad it is. It's like, fuck you. Fuck you.
But it
Nobody
really does
cares.
hurt the children too.
Yeah. So it's
he
like
doesn't
that
need
right
to deal with
there.
that.
I was just like, no, I don't fucking. It might have just been that like I'm really tired, so I'm really punchy right now. You know what I mean? But it's like the second she came down, even the wife went, "Oh God, that woman's a cunt." I was like, if another woman is saying like you're a cunt, you're probably a cunt.
Probably a little bit of probably a little bit behind you.
But what pisses me off is the fact that like Claire just gets all like mousy and doesn't say anything. She should have told her to fuck off. Like
Well,
really?
I mean,
what is she gonna do?
She starts off pretty shy. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
She starts off pretty timid, and then she kind of like.
Yeah, because it's
opens
like
up a little
honestly,
bit.
what is she gonna do? Is she gonna get her fired? The hotel's going out of business.
It's literally
Fuck
the
does it
last
matter?
2 days.
Is she gonna check out early? Okay, bye.
Ooh, good. Goodbye.
Like, you know, are you
Thanks.
not gonna tip you? I doubt she was gonna fucking.
Oh,
tip
you were
her
gonna tip me
anyway.
anyways.
So you tell her to fuck off, take her little runt of a kid, and have fun with the rest of your day. Like I don't, you know, like I just don't get it. They eat the saddest sandwiches in the world.
Oh, I know. And then he was like, and then on top of it, he's like, yeah, I know that's not the good bread. Then why the fuck did
like,
you
what's
buy
the-
that bread?
What's the good bread? Because that
That-
just
that-
looks like
yeah,
you took
what-
out wet bread. You know what I mean? It's like he took it. It looked like it was a single slice of bread that was then cut
Folded?
in half, and then the two halves of those like full slices of bread
Dipped
made
in
up
water?
another sandwich, and then he dipped it in water. Like
That's
it was the
gross.
grossest fucking
So
sandwich.
fucking gross.
But even her sandwich was disgusting. Like her sandwich didn't look fucking good either. But I only bring that up because even she pointed out like how sad the sandwich was, and he brought up that it was he opted for the cheap bread, which again
Yeah.
we don't know what.
What's the
not
good
cheap
bread?
is.
He never answers that. Like, what's the good bread then?
They discuss the ghost of Madeline and why it's sticking around the hotel. Luke makes some jokes about she's not staying there because of the rates, because the Holiday Inn or something like that down the block has better rates and everything. And it's
Go
like,
there,
okay.
bitch.
Yeah,
Fuck,
it's like
man.
I don't fucking know. She questions how and what Luke remembers when he saw Madeline's spirit, and how he never has his camera when it happens. I feel like that's
Which leads
awfully
to tell me-
convenient.
Thank you. Which leads to make me think you're not a very good ghost getter.
Yeah. So
Like your
hold on.
main thing is ghost getting. It's a fucking camera.
Yeah, I actually want to look up. So the film is weird, right? Because you notice they never have cell phones,
Wait, yeah. Now that you mentioned it, yeah. No one ever looked at their cell phone. No one ever used the phone.
but
to
they
call
have
anybody.
computers.
Yeah, actually.
But the website looks super fucking old for 2011.
Yeah. Is it a period piece?
No, it's supposed to take place present day.
Oh, that's definitely not.
So of
today.
like 2011. So it's like they would have cell phones. Supposedly
Oh,
the
100%.
website looks the way the website looks because he is super amateurist when it comes to web design. Like he sucks at it.
Basically, it's what I would make,
Yeah.
opposed to what you would make.
So he has a Panasonic camera that is broken, but I wanted to look up. So GoPro has been around since 2002, and this movie is supposed to take place in 2011. Like he could have easily
Really?
had GoPros. So
Well,
so the
maybe they
fact
didn't
that
make
like
that kind of money back then.
You know, it's
it
like,
is a pretty rickety ass fucking place.
yeah, but still, it's like if your Panasonic camera, this super expensive camera, is always broken and you never have a camera to record the ghost things, but it's like, oh, it's happening. Like, I wouldn't believe them.
Yeah, you know, you have no credibility behind it.
It's like, okay,
You're just posting memes from other fucking like videos.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, I get it. That camera's broken, fine, whatever. But you can have, probably for the price of that camera, have a couple of GoPros and then you can just station them places.
Fuck, dude. Right here. This little fucker right here.
Yeah.
This $70. This thing looks amazing. $70. And back then it might have been even cheaper.
I have one. This is a Hero 3.
Hero 3 is actually pretty good. I was looking that one up too.
A Lumix G4.
Do you not use the water cases?
A Lumix G5, G7. You know, it's like the cameras are not expensive even during that time. Ooh. So depending on like what it is, as Claire, I don't know if I would believe anything that he's saying.
Anything he's fucking saying. And she's super invested as a friend though. I like that. That's so nice and cute of her. She's like trying to help this dude out. She was doing that on her shift. Like, let me go look at your site. Maybe I can help him out. Here's your creepy ass fucking porn. And you know,
I have a fun fact for that later.
Creepy porn?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, they eat the sandwich.
It's like the real dude's fucking browser history, huh?
So yeah, and Luke asks if Claire can do some of the recording tonight, and she replies yes. Although I do hope she gets a tutorial, but they make it seem like she already knows how to use the equipment. But then that night, while taking out the trash, Claire notices Leanne watching her from the hotel window, which her taking out the trash was like the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my God. I was like, why would he have, why is
she dragging the bag?
First off, she's dragging the bag. She knows it's spilt everywhere.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you throw the lid open first and then try to put it in instead of this weird fucking combo thing like fucking Laurel and Hardy and shit?
As soon as like I saw her open the door and she's just dragging it, it took me back to my days working in New York delis and like watching people just drag the trash bags and just the liquid gross like smear just across the floor, and knowing that someone would look at me and be like, hey, I need you to clean that. It brought back that fucking PTSD. I was like, I don't want to fucking deal with that. Claire waves up at Leanne, but Leanne, like the bitch that she is thus far, just ignores her and moves away from the window. Claire hears some noises coming from the garage of the hotel.
The garage.
So she heads over there, walking through. She finds a door that leads to the basement. When she opens it, birds come flying out and scare the crap out of her, and she uses her inhaler again.
This is what I'm saying. She has used that inhaler like 4 fucking times already. It's not even been a full night.
Yeah.
All right, my wife has asthma. I know you use that shit too much. You get fucking sketchy. You get all twitchy and shit. That's a lot of fucking shit that you're just taking. A lot of albuterol.
Yeah. So,
she should not be doing anything that has to do with scaring.
Yeah. It's like she should never be working night shifts.
No.
If that's the case, she should only be there in the morning. So the birds scare the shit out of her, which caused her to shut it and padlock it. And then she just goes back inside. Walking back inside, she calls out to Luke that he's never going to believe what just happened, which would be birds flying out of a door. Is that the spooky thing? You'll never believe what happened.
Like
These pests got into the basement, and then I opened the door and it flew away.
So fucking terrible, man.
But she gets back into the lobby, and he's not there. Eventually, you hear a toilet flush, and he comes out of the bathroom. He asks what's up, but now because he took a fat shit in the lobby bathroom, she doesn't want to talk about it.
But no, not at all.
It's just you're gonna do that down here and leave me with that smell?
Mm-hmm.
He heads upstairs to
He made a deposit at the bank that he wanted some fucking interest on.
Yep. He heads upstairs to sleep and reminds her to not forget to hit record. So later that night, she's using Luke's ghost hunting equipment, which is really just a fucking boom mic
Yeah,
and a fucking audio
a
recorder.
recorder.
That's about it.
That's it.
She's trying to record EVPs in various places around the hotel, like currently the laundry room, but she just looks terrified like the entire time, and she's not asking questions. Like, we've played enough ghost hunting games, we've watched enough ghost hunting shows that you go, where are you? You take a beat to hear if it says anything, and then you ask something else. She just goes, okay, this is the EVP for the laundry room. Let's see if there are any sounds. And then she's just quiet for like 5 minutes. It's like, that's...
Well, I don't think she really knew what she was doing.
No, I don't.
She
Which is why I said I would hope she would get like a
knew.
tutorial on what the fuck to do.
No, she
And
watched
then
ghost hunting shows like us, and she said,
Yeah.
I got this. I am the ghost hunting queen.
Yeah. Claire just sits there. She then moves to the dining room, and while recording shit there, she can hear faint voices and music. She follows that sound as it becomes clearer and clearer to the grand piano that I think is in the lobby.
Or common area, yeah.
Yeah, it's in one of those. It's not yeah. Because I'm trying
It's
to
like
go
the
through
front,
my head.
the front desk is right there, the couch,
Yeah.
the piano's to the corner, offset fireplace.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of like a walk-in lobby, like common area that you can go and hang out in as well. They probably used to back in the day have fucking like someone play the piano and a singer.
Yeah. So she goes into the by the grand piano, and she's still recording. She looks down at the piano, and like 2 of the keys just press down on their own, which scares the shit out of her. Terrified, she runs upstairs, banging on Luke's door to wake him up. And it takes him forever to get there, and he's just like, she's like, you gotta listen to this, you gotta listen to this. All this stuff's going on. She's wheezing, she was scared. She never uses her fucking inhaler. You got scared by birds, you had to use the inhaler. You watched a jump scare video, yeah, you had to take your inhaler. The piano just fucking played by itself, and you're like, nah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm good.
Like, okay. He says he'll listen to it in the morning. He still has around 2 hours before his shift starts. She's still freaked out, and she's like, I don't want to be alone. So he's like, all right, fine, come in here. But then you see him wearing some droopy ass underwear, and she's all like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. And I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that like the dude, those were like his underwear. Like he stretched them out and everything so that they would look like that. But yeah, so
man was very clearly not expecting to get any.
Yeah. So yeah, she calms down enough to go back downstairs, but on her way back downstairs, she runs into Leanne in the hallway, who is just being a fucking bitch again, and she's all like, "Can you be quiet? Do I have to ask again?" And this is kind of where Claire finally like grows a pair.
He's like, I'm not taking this shit no more.
Yeah, and she yells at Leanne, telling her to leave her alone. She just witnessed something paranormal, and she's freaking out, and it's awesome, and blah, blah, blah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, and then Leanne's like, okay, come in here, and invites her into her fucking room.
And then she goes. I would be like a little apprehensive on that. Like, yo, you just like snapped at me. Now you want me to go in the room? What the fuck do you want me for?
Are you gonna kill me?
Gonna fucking chop me up in the fucking tub? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, so Claire goes in. Lee, well, we'll just call her Lee. I hate having to say Leanne over and over again. Leanne gives her a shot of vodka, and
yeah, it looked like one of those little like fucking little shot, little plain ones.
And then Lee apologizes for how she acted the other day, which is nice of her. Lee reveals that she's not in town for like an acting convention thing.
And
she's
this is where
for the Healers Gathering. Yeah,
all goes south. Like I was
gathering.
with it.
It's like, what?
And then it just showed. I'm like, fuck me. Pulls out the little fucking crystal and all. I was like, fuck. Okay.
Yep. Crystal healing and stuff.
I was like,
So apparently Lee left her career as an actress to become a medium.
You know, and what's weird is it's seemingly a good career. The way that she talked about her, it sounded like she had several films, not like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound like she was bad off. And as a woman from fucking Top Gun, I would think that she would have had something.
Lee gives Claire the mystical spiel and puts on some weird fucking demonstration with the crystal charm, and she's
You're
like,
doing
Claire,
that thing where it fucking
yeah,
goes off and it tells you where things are at or how
yeah. She's
bad
all
the
like,
aura is.
yeah, she's like, Claire, ask the spirit a question, and she asks a
Ask
question and
some
nothing
Claire.
happens, and then she's like, no, you need to close your eyes and ask the spirit a question, not me, and to open up yourself to the
Oh my
supernatural
God.
or some shit. And I'm like,
It was
okay,
a good one.
So okay. So you want me to close my eyes, and then I'm gonna ask a question, and then you're just gonna tell me what the spirit says, but I can't see what you're doing. Okay. All right. Sure, because this can't
You gotta
be...
believe.
Yeah, I
Just
know.
believe.
Open yourself
It's
up to the
funny too, though.
supernatural.
I swear.
She does what all fake ass psychics do. She just tells her stuff everybody already knows. Somebody died in the hotel, and that in the basement is where they believe that she is. We already know all this. It's a legend. And then she warns Claire not to go into the basement and that she can't save her. And I'm like,
That's kind of fucked up. Like, you tell me all this shit and you ain't gonna fucking help?
it's like, yeah, no shit, you can't save her. She's fucking dead. She's a ghost. Like,
Fucking dumbass.
what are you talking about? You can't save the ghost. Yeah, it's a fucking ghost. Boo. You know what? Just for that, here, Desi. I wonder if that got her.
Oh shit, it got me, you fucking asshole. I wasn't even fully watching it. I just looked up at that exact moment, you dick.
Yeah.
Fucking work. You're a real piece of work, you know that?
Sorry. But yeah. Okay, so fucking Lee says all this bullshit, whatever. Claire goes and takes a shower and then reaches for a towel, but there aren't any there. I think there's no towels in this fucking hotel because Luke is stealing them.
Because they always are asking for fucking towels,
Because it's
bro.
like she reaches for it and she's like, oh, Luke. So I think he's stealing them.
I think he's taking them home and using them
Yeah.
because, like, everyone's like, can we have fucking towels? Like, where the fuck? And she
shouldn't have
gave
to
that
call for it.
woman 2 towels. Where
Yeah.
did those 2 towels go? Was he packing them and shit for this fucking guy to come back?
Before Claire goes to sleep, she takes another puff of her inhaler. Why?
I swear, she has an infinite fucking... She's pre-gaming this shit, I'm telling you.
It's like, it just...
I feel it coming on. Let me just get one in.
Her fucking inhaler game makes no sense. So now, here's a scene
how she
where
passed out.
No, here's a scene where I get kind of confused.
Oh, there's a lot of confusion in this movie.
So we're to assume Claire has been asleep for a while.
Assume.
But when Claire goes to turn off the light.
Turn off the light.
The alarm clock says 6:49 p.m. Right?
Yes, because she's
light.
doing the overnight shift because this dick face didn't say, hey, let me do the overnight, because that would have been a more sensible idea.
So she's going to sleep at 6:49. She rolls over onto her side, closes her eyes. There's no fade to like a new scene or anything. It's she rolls over, she closes her eyes. She then rolls onto her back.
All right.
She then rolls back over onto her side. She then rolls back onto her back and sits up, rubbing her eyes like she's been sleeping for a long time. But there was nothing to convey that time passed. She just laid and she was like trying to like find someplace comfortable to lay. And then she's like, oh. And it's like, what the fuck's going on? She then turns and sees Madeline's Madeline's ghost in her room, which freaks her out. And then she bolts over to the corner of her room. The lights are magically on.
Okay.
So she gets out of bed and she runs for the corner. But as she runs, you see her in bed. It's dark. She gets up. She runs. It's bright. That shit doesn't make any sense. Then her alarm clock goes off, and she comically freaks out when that alarm clock goes off. Like she's like doing that whole jump, like and like fucking and runs out of the room. And the clock says 1:16 a.m. So I'm like, was she asleep? Was the ghost fucking with the alarm clock? Like. Because again, usually to convey like time passing, there's like fade dissolves to like the next scene. So it's like you would have her sleeping and there'd be a fade in of her laying on her back, tossing and turning and then stuff like that to convey that there's like time passing. You see the clock when she lays down, and then like 2 minutes later, the clock is shown again, and it's a completely different time, but there was no showing of a passage of time. But more importantly, okay, so Claire just comically freaked out, right? Ran out of her room, down into the lobby screaming. She never uses her inhaler.
No.
Wouldn't this be a time when she needs to use the inhaler? Not before she goes to sleep, but like
100%.
right? But she doesn't. What the fuck kind of asthma does she have? Like, it doesn't make any sense. None of her shit makes sense. But she runs downstairs screaming for Luke, and she finds the mom and the son at the front desk, and the mom covers the son's eyes, and then it cuts back to her, and you realize that she's not wearing pants.
Yep.
So she's pulling her shirt down to cover her panties, but the mother gets all exacerbated and tells her son, "We're going back to your father." And it's like, yeah, that's what I thought. Like, you were never gonna stay. You were never gonna leave. You don't give a shit how bad it is. You're gonna fucking stay. And it's like, just fucking go home. I'm fucking stupid. That whole plot line with like the mother and son, that there was just fucking stupid.
It was irrelevant. I don't understand why they had it.
It's like you could have thrown anyone there, and it would have made more sense than to just have like this mother and son there for the weekend.
But they didn't really go into any of it. Yeah, they
like,
didn't go into it, so it made no sense to have it in there. It just gave more conflict to the story with any resolution to it.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not like they ever made the mother seem like a good character where like you really feel for her. It's like, unless you're solely supposed to feel bad for her because she is saying
are we supposed to
that the relationship is bad.
Yeah, that's what it makes it feel like.
Yeah, but the relationship is so bad that she has to not leave him, but teach him a lesson about what his life will be like without her. Like, if you have to do that, it'll probably be better without you.
But I also feel like you're harming that kid too, though.
Yeah. To me, all that showed was she's probably the problem in the relationship because she has to prove her worth to the husband. Like, in her own head.
You know, like, I see what you're saying by that. Like, as in,
I have to show him what his
if
life
I'm not
would be like
there, he'll
me.
see
And
how
it's
much.
like,
Yeah.
Nah.
I feel like if that's the mentality, I don't think he would be the type of person to care.
Okay, we are on chapter 3 of 3. Chapter 3 is titled A Final Guest. Luke is trying to calm Claire down. Apparently now she has pants on. He tells her not to worry about the whiny mom and to be careful, like, when messing around with like the spooky stuff. He tells her he can't explain the piano EVP that she recorded, but that he 100% believes Leanne is just faking everything that she told her.
She's talking about,
as she's talking about Leanne, the bell at the front desk rings and Luke goes to tend to that guest. It's an elderly man and he asks for a room on the 3rd floor. Luke explains that the 3rd floor rooms have been stripped of all of their furniture due to, you know, the impending closure. However, he looks super creepy, and then for some reason Claire comes out and is all like, hey, so long as you don't mind not having anything, we have sheets we can give you.
Yeah.
And he's all like, okay. It's like, okay. And then he's like, so I'm gonna need a credit card, you know, for incidentals. And he's like, I'm gonna pay in cash, and hands stuff that just looks like he took out of like it looks like bra money or shoe money.
Yeah. Swirled away in his like fucking underwear drawer and shit.
It's like, it's all crumpled up and it probably smells and it's wet. And it's like, I would not want to I'd be like, just leave it on the table. But he's like, no, we need a credit card for this. And he's like, no, you can just take this. It's like, that's a clear fucking indicator. What are you doing?
It was, you know how alarming that whole situation got me upset. I was like, one, none of you are gonna check on this dude. I know you're not. Two,
and he literally looks.
He literally has every signs of, oh, I only want it one night. I don't need any furniture. I need to have that room. Yeah, man, that motherfucker sound like I'm coming in and never coming out. And they all miss the signs.
I can
They're like
understand Luke
they're like
just
the
not
FBI in
caring.
every goddamn terrorist attack in the last like 3 or 4 decades. Every
Um,
school shooting. Well, we did have indicators, but we figured we weren't gonna do nothing about it. Yeah, fucking idiots.
the dude is super fucking weird.
And you'll find out why.
Claire goes and brings him to go pick up some sheets before she brings him up to the room. As she's bending over to pick up the sheets, I thought he was like staring at her ass because he was standing in that doorway, super fucking creepy.
Yeah,
but then
I
when
don't
she
think he
stands
was.
back up, when she stands back up and turns around, he's gone. She walks out into the hallway, and I guess he was staring at a picture on the wall or something. I don't fucking know. But then she brings him up to the room and tells him like, yeah, the owner was too cheap to hire a real moving company. So yeah, a bunch of the furniture and like the TVs and stuff have all been taken out, but the beds are still there. So at least you won't have to sleep on the floor.
Which I don't think that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. He walks in and he's like, this'll do, and then shuts the door on her face. It's like, dude,
It's like a million indicators.
What the fuck is going on in this goddamn
fucking failed.
Goddamn, man. Luke and Claire are getting drunk, mainly because Luke says that if he has to stay up with her the rest of the night, then she has to get drunk with him.
Get drunk with him, yeah. Which is AKA I'm gonna try to get in your pants.
Leanne comes in and they offer her a beer, and she says no, and then Luke gets like weirdly dickish towards her. But I'm guessing it's because
she's stuck up.
Well, she's stuck up, but I think it's because she was a bitch to Claire at the beginning, and then she's filling her head with like all this spooky nonsense.
Fucking spooky, yeah.
So like he's
being
kind of pissed about that,
and...
because it does seem super out of place for him to be like a dick to guests, considering like he's so cordial with everyone else that it's like he's specifically picking out her to be a dick to. So yeah, he's just being an outright prick, especially after asking how her powers work. They walk around being drunk idiots, faking hauntings for a while. Luke yells for the spirit to show itself, and Claire stands up wearing a bedsheet, making a spooky ghost sound. She's like, ooh,
yeah, I know,
until she falls over. At this point, they are super drunk. Luke is trying to tell Claire that he likes her, likes her, but she just doesn't get it. She's too drunk to understand what
she's
like. I really like you. I like you too.
I like you too.
But I would do anything for you.
I would do anything for you too.
No, totally. It's like, what the fuck? After he tells her that
he's getting friend zoned in more ways than one.
Yeah. After he tells her he would do anything for her, she gets an idea. She wants to investigate the basement where Madeline's corpse was supposedly hidden, and Luke, clearly nervous, agrees to go down there.
He tail behind his fucking legs.
He wants it so bad. He doesn't care how scared he's gonna get. He wants her to like her.
He's just putting it out there. That's it. Yeah. He is definitely the follower.
Yeah. At the top of the stairs, Claire flicks on the lights to the basement, and the bulb bursts. Luke drunkenly stumbles in with his gear, and this time Claire is the one telling him to make sure that everything is turned on. They make it to the room where the body was supposed to be. Luke has been picking up some like weird static on the mic. He blames a loose wire, but Claire tells him it's not a wire. Instead, it's Madeline's spirit. So they go into the room and they set up and begin the EVP session. This time, actually talking. You know, like how EVP sessions are supposed to go.
Yeah.
Where you ask a question and then you're silent. And then you ask another question and then you're silent.
They aren't professionals like we are, all right? They don't know that ghost game like us.
While they're down there, they encounter wind coming out of nowhere, disembodied voices, and like other paranormal activity.
You know, the works.
While Claire asks Madeline some stupid questions, Luke is now full on terrified. The ghost finally... This is that scene that I was talking about earlier.
Okay.
Where we don't get a whole lot of scares. We don't see the ghost a lot. We've pretty much just seen the ghost when she
was underneath the blanket.
And then I'm pretty sure at this point that's the only time we've seen the ghost, right? Just her waking up, because that was the end of chapter 2. We saw the ghost and then she ran downstairs.
Yeah.
Right? So far we've only seen the ghost once.
That's what I'm saying. It's such a low amount of scare involved.
This is the point where it would have been smarter, like I said earlier, that when as they're having their back and forth, and she's like, she's down here, she's behind you, and it's like a close-up of her face, and then cuts to a close-up of his face. When she says it's getting closer, it should be a close-up of his face. Then it goes, she's standing right behind you. You cut back to the close-up of his face again, and then you do that slow revealing, like zoom out to reveal the ghost right behind him. You don't get that. You get them saying this, and then you get a look of terror in her face that the ghost is behind him, but you never see the ghost. And it's at this point that Luke pushes Claire to the ground and runs out of the basement.
Bro pulled a George Costanza on her like hard.
I have subtitles on.
I'm fucking gonna beat you out the door. You're gonna die first. That's what he just said.
I have subtitles on, so I can usually in like movies like this, they'll be like a door creaks, and like you won't usually hear it.
Man pushes like, person out of way.
The subtitles say
cards for life
as he's running away. Luke whimpering.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Claire follows after him and tries to get him to calm down, but he just keeps crying that he has to get out of here. He wants no part of what's happening right now. Hey, the scary shit that just happened, she doesn't use an inhaler.
Oh,
wouldn't she have used an inhaler?
Maybe she probably ran out. She fucking used it all up. She's like, nah, man, I already know I don't have it. I'll just die. But she ain't having no fucking attacks, or is she?
She asks if this time was different than the other times that he had seen her, and he tells her that he actually has never seen the ghost, that he's been making the whole thing up for the website, and he's so frightened that he has to leave the hotel. Claire keeps begging him not to leave, and he's just like, I can't be here, so he leaves. Not knowing what to do, Claire goes up and starts knocking on Leanne's door. Leanne doesn't answer.
Because like she's like, you know, Mother Hen over here that's supposed to know everything.
But Leanne doesn't answer because she's sleeping. So Claire just lets herself into the room and starts fucking nudging her, trying to get her awake. Now, either she's a heavy sleeper, she's on pills, or she's drunk off her ass.
Maybe all of them. Hey, listen, no judge there, bro. She's a grown adult. She's a consenting adult.
Using her crystals to determine what she's going to use that night.
Hey, listen, maybe she needed to be at one with those crystals, and now she's very relaxed.
Leanne finally wakes up, and the first words out of her mouth are, "What are you doing in my room? Get out." But she finally gets Leanne to get up, and she tells her that she just had an interaction with Madeline in the basement. You know, the basement that she told her not to go into.
Yeah.
So Leanne sits up, apologizes to her for some reason, I don't know, and then asks her if she has any more vodka. So Claire like scrambles on the desk for all the empty vodka bottles, finds one, gives it to her. She shoots that, and then they apparently just go down to the basement.
People in basements, bro, I'm telling you.
Claire is standing at the top of the steps, and Leanne goes to the bottom of the basement steps. She starts doing her crystal hokum fucking bullshit. When she gets scared, there's like, Leanne can hear a scream. I don't know if she drops the crystal or if the crystal is like ripped out of her hand or something, and it shatters.
No. It just kind of like felt like she got startled. She like kind of let go.
Oh, okay.
And like it fell.
Okay.
And like shattered.
So then Leanne goes upstairs and tells Claire they need to leave the hotel immediately and that she is not safe. Claire rushes
now she cares.
upstairs to pack her things, which if you need to
pack, like, how much did you pack for one fucking night? They said several times it was only open for one night. So you packed for that one night?
Here's my thing. Leanne is specifically saying that Claire is not safe. So wouldn't you just get her and take her out of the hotel? She's the one that's not safe. So why are you like, oh, I have to go get my clothes? Because she's like, pack your things. She's not safe. She has to get out of here immediately. Wouldn't you just take her the fuck out of the hotel?
Yeah.
Wait till someone else comes and be like, hey, you need to go get her things, or at least get a group of people to go and get the stuff so that she's not alone, which will come up later. But anyway, Claire rushes upstairs to pack her things, but remembers the old man on the third floor. Running up to the third floor, she's wheezing like fucking crazy, not taking a hit of her inhaler.
Telling you, she knew that shit was fucking done.
Yeah, she knocks on the elderly man's door. He doesn't answer. So again, she just walks inside and finds a suicide note in the room. She then walks further into the room and finds his dead body in the bathtub with his wrists slashed open.
Because like we didn't foreshadow that one.
Yeah. She runs out of the room and slams the door behind her. Now she takes a hit of that sweet, sweet inhaler. She hears a sound coming from inside the room, so she slowly opens the door and she finds Madeline's apparition like hanging from a rope. Panicked, not using the inhaler, she runs back downstairs and finds that Luke came back to the hotel. He feels super guilty for leaving her and realizing like he shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have just
you mean like you should have been a fucking complete piece of shit?
Yeah, she tells him they aren't safe in the hotel and they need to leave.
Gotta get the fuck out.
He's like, you need to calm down. And she's like, no, you don't understand. The old man on the 3rd floor killed himself. He asks, did you call the cops? And I'm like, that's a stupid fucking question. You just saw that she ran downstairs freaking the fuck out. No, she didn't call the fucking cops.
Call the fucking cops?
Not a single fucking one of you has a fucking cell phone. None of you have taken out a cell phone. How is she gonna magically call the cops when you just saw her coming like screaming and running from the fucking 3rd floor? Like, that's a stupid fucking question. I'm getting so fucking angry and fucking
You're fucking parching yourself. Getting dry patches from fucking screaming.
The whole time she's freaking out and hyperventilating. He has her sit down to calm down, and she never uses her inhaler. She just used it upstairs when she wasn't freaking, like when she wasn't hyperventilating. She comes downstairs, he sits her down on the fucking couch. She's hyperventilating. She doesn't take a hit, but then she calms down and it goes away. Do you have asthma or not?
Or not.
like
you listen, to asthma works certain ways. Maybe for this character, it's a periodic asthma. I don't know what to tell you.
It's imaginary.
I don't know what to tell you.
Her parents just handed her an inhaler and was like, "Hey, you have asthma." She's like, "Oh, okay, got asthma."
I maybe she knew she had a little bit left. She's like, "I'll sparingly use it. If I don't die, we'll go on to the next one." I don't know. They made her seem very, very winded from the get-go, so...
Yeah. Okay, so he has her sit down, she calms down. He's like, okay, so let's go. And she's like, no, we can't. Leanne is still upstairs packing her things. And it's like, I mean, technically you were upstairs packing your things too, and you just fucking left them there. You could have packed your things and grabbed your things and went upstairs to go check on the old man, so that you're running with everything, but whatever. He tells her to just wait in the lobby, don't move, and he'll go upstairs and get Leanne.
Why would you split up? Everybody says.
Why would you split up?
Because that's what you do in horror films.
So
this isn't really a horror film,
but you're gonna leave her alone? She's freaking out. Someone just killed himself and everything.
Well, that dude's a dumbass.
Yeah.
In the great words of Red from fucking 70s show, he's a dumbass.
Because it's like, okay, for me, it's always safety in numbers. So if if something happens while she's alone in the lobby, you don't know what happened until you go down and like you find her corpse, you know? Or what happens if you go upstairs, you're alone, and something happens and you die, and she's just sitting there this whole time, and then something attacks her, or she goes upstairs looking for you because you've been gone so long, and then finds you there, and then she like safety in numbers, just stay together. Like, that's just how the fucking shit works. But he goes upstairs to find Leanne, and Claire hears noises come from the basement. She approaches the stairwell, where she's startled by the apparition of an elderly man.
I lost you.
If you hear a sound...
There we go.
I was... Dramatic pause, because I'm trying to...
Hey, bro, I'm sitting here, I'm like, is you fucking dropped, or what happened? Continue.
You know that there are ghosts.
Yes, they've confirmed this.
You know that you're not safe. You know Leanne went up to the 2nd floor.
And hasn't came down.
You know Luke went to the 2nd floor. You're sitting in the lobby. You're the only 3 people in that fucking building.
Whole entire building.
You hear a noise coming from the basement.
What could it possibly be?
You call out for one of the 2 people that are supposed to be on the 2nd floor, and you don't get an answer. Why the fuck are you investigating that sound?
Because that's what they always do.
Why? Please. For the love of God, fucking horror writers, I don't care when it comes to action. When it comes to fucking horror, please, for the love of God, stop writing people to be so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. It's like, oh, Anthony's on the 2nd floor. Okay, I'll go up and get her. As soon as you're alone. Bang, bang. Oh, shaky, shaky.
Shaky, shaky.
Anthony? Anthony, is that you?
Listen, these guys...
Oh, he hasn't responded. Let me go fucking walk over there. Like, are you stupid?
These guys get paid the mucho money.
So then what happens? What happens when she decides to be a fucking dumbass? She goes to the steps and she's like, Leanne, I'm not going down there. And then the fucking naked old man goes fucking scares her. She falls down, fucking and fucking hits her head. And now she's all fucking concussed and shit like a fucking dumbass. Why would Leanne be in the basement? Like, none of this makes sense. It's
they afford, do you think, to not remember most of this shit and just go with it at this point?
Don't remember the thing that happened 5 minutes ago. Like,
they assume we don't. That's the only explanation that they would be able to put that in like that.
So now, apparently disoriented by that head injury from falling down the stairs, Claire heads further into the basement, wheezing, not using her inhaler, while also being followed by a naked elderly man. She finds herself in the room where Madeline's body was supposedly kept. She tries to open the door that leads to the garage, but fucking Dum-Dum forgot that she padlocked it shut. Confronted by Madeline's apparition, Claire dies of a fucking asthma attack, and then the next morning, I don't fucking know, because I don't know when, because like when he left, it was
morning. It has to be the
dark.
morning.
Yeah, because like they're bringing the body out, like, yeah. And it's daylight.
It was like,
but he left when it was dark. But then did he come back when it was light, or is that just when the cops finally showed up?
That's when
the sun was up.
Cops finally showed up. I would think.
Yeah. Luke tells the police he heard Claire's screams coming from the cellar, but he couldn't open the door to save her. Cops ask her, like, ask him who's staying there, and he tells them that it was him, Claire, Leanne, the old man, and then the mother and her son, but they had checked out. So he tells him that like he needs to get his stuff, and then they're like, oh hey, also get the actress. So he goes upstairs, and Leanne, like, he yells at Leanne like you could have saved her or something, and Leanne tells Luke that Claire couldn't have been saved. I mean, she could have been saved.
She could have, yeah.
When you go, hey, you're not safe, you
just fucking stay there.
You take her out. You don't let her stay in the hotel. You put her outside.
Fuck.
That's how you save her. That's like the dumbest fucking. Oh, I'm getting dry again from the anger.
I'm getting dry again from the anger.
Oh, I'm getting dry. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. The film ends with a view of Claire's empty room where, I don't know, I think like there's a barely visible fucking ghostly shit of her looking out the window, and then the door slams itself shut by itself. And that's the Innkeepers. I got really angry, and people are gonna be like, oh man, I thought you said you liked the film. I do like the film. I think it's shot well. I think the acting is pretty good. The jump scares that you get are good, but
it needed writing.
Yeah, and while I'll go through the fun facts, and then during your review, I will look up to see what the writer director like Ty West did before this to see like how much like shit.
Okay.
So, fun facts if IMDb is to be believed, and the commentary track of the film. The movie is filmed at the actual Yankee Peddler Inn Hotel in Torrington, Connecticut. The Yankee Peddler Hotel Inn.
Very beautiful.
The Yankee Peddler Inn, where the story occurs and was filmed, is actually reported to be haunted by several spirits. Some of the key shots were actually filmed in the most haunted rooms of the hotel, and crew members claim to have seen and heard things that they couldn't explain.
Spicy.
We all have cell phones. You hear and you're seeing things, you can record it.
We are very upset about timeline in this movie.
Yeah, because it's like I start hearing something spooky. Guess what? I have a fucking 8K camera in my pocket. I'll fucking take it out and hit fucking record. You were out of your fucking mind. In the scene where Luke puts on the jump scare video for Claire, actress Sarah Paxton was genuinely frightened. Her reaction is genuine, as she hadn't seen the video before, so that was the first time.
Oh,
that was a one and done shot.
Good. Those are good shots.
While recording the commentary, when that scene came up, she got scared again. Actors, directors, producers, and film crew all resided and ate at the hotel while they were filming. To keep production and travel costs down, Sarah Paxton has mentioned rolling out of bed in the morning and being on set within 5 minutes. The older cast members admitted that the stay at the hotel was slightly frustrating, as most of the younger crew members like to party at all hours of the night and the noise would carry. So basically, the two old people were fucking crotchety as shit and complained that the youngins were throwing parties. It's like, fucking stop. It's a good thing she retired.
Listen, they needed to be up by 4 in the morning And they
Yeah.
were interrupting their prune juice and whatever's.
Sarah Paxton accidentally clicked on a real porn link during the scene where Claire is browsing the laptop. So,
Right.
so while they were filming
Accidentally.
that, she didn't click on Real Haunting. She clicked on like
It's on Real
Real Housewives Get
Live.
Stuffed.
Yeah. Stuff my stepmother.
The screams that Leanne hears while driving in the basement are actually Claire's screams from the ending of the film.
Oh.
So that's probably why she's like, she couldn't be saved or some fucking bullshit. And then Ty West had Claire's inhaler painted because he couldn't find a goddamn inhaler that I liked the look of. That's his quote. And I quote, because I couldn't find a goddamn inhaler that I liked the look of. Inhalers look the fucking same. I think there's like a difference if it's red capped. It's for like stress-induced asthma. So
Oh, really?
yeah. So it's like, so you gave her a generic inhaler. So I don't. The inhaler thing was just, it was so fucking stupid. Because
I don't know why they even had it in there when they never really addressed any of it, and it was inconsistent.
But that's all the fun facts I have. So what are your thoughts?
It was done very well. I do like that. I love where they shot it. That hotel was gorgeous. I think the rooms were fucking amazing. I don't like the writing. They made a lot of stupid errors, like the asthma thing. I don't really understand any fucking significance in that. I don't understand. They made it like a little love thing at the end with him. You went the whole movie of not having to have this in there. It was an unneeded like twist to that. I don't like how she died. I don't. Where the fuck was the ghost 90% of this fucking movie? Like it left us very bored for very long. You could have had more. The budget was way too low. And it shows that way. So I don't really understand how they got that. What was that? 1.5 mil or whatever?
Yeah, it was like 1.18, something like that.
Yeah, I don't really understand how that worked.
They should should have saved money on, instead of filming on 35 millimeter, they should have just gotten a digital camera and saved the fucking money.
And you know what? Nowadays, they could have edited it to make it simulate a 35. You know what I mean? I know it's kind of like cheating the system with that.
What a lot of people do is, if they film digital, they'll transfer it to film and then transfer it back to digital. And it gives it the film look.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's more cost efficient, but in the end, it was a good movie. Like I said, I don't know. I'm looking right now. It's still up on my TV. It says $10. I would not pay $10 for this. Free, because I have
when
Voodoo.
It came out, when this first came out, and you wanted to buy it on DVD, it was probably like $30.
Like fucking 20. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I would have been fucking angry. Remember when DVDs came out, bro? Because like we're that generation. Remember when they came out and they were like still $30 fucking, and you got that movie and it was shit.
Yep.
And you were like, I just spent $30 and I'm gonna get $5 for this.
Yep.
Because Blockbuster ain't gonna hand you no good fucking money. They're giving you $5 for this fucking $30 movie. I watched it once. I don't care. You opened it.
Yeah.
Fucking terrible.
So what would you rate it?
Because I thought it was a cute little funny film. I would give it a 4, but on a realistic scale, like 3.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm kind of right there. So I'm looking at this. So he's pretty much started his I guess professional film career. It says years active 2011. But his first film came out in 2005. So before he got to Innkeepers, he wrote, directed, and edited 4 other films. The Roost, which was, I think, a horror film. Trigger Man, I have no idea what that is. House of the Devil, I've been wanting to see that. It's a horror movie. Cabin Fever 2, Spring Fever, and then Innkeepers. So he had 4 films that he wrote and directed. Before he got to that, his writing should have been tighter on this. You should have learned by the time you got there the mistakes that were.
And there's the straight punch to the throat.
Like, it's,
you should have known better.
You learn, it's because it's basically you learn by doing. So he's making the
Well, we
films.
haven't seen the other films. You know what I mean?
Well,
we
I've
we
seen
don't know what
X.
to expect.
X is really good. X also came
Okay.
out this year, you know,
Yeah.
and I heard House of the
This
Devil
is
is really
11.
good. So if House of the Devil is really good, and then 2 years later he made Innkeepers, how did you fall back? Like, how did you trip yourself backwards? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, bro. I watched this movie.
Yeah. How is it?
I've watched it like yes, it is a good movie.
Yeah.
If I
Better than
remember
this?
correctly. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that film came out in 2009. This was made in 2011. How did he make so many missteps on this one
Well,
that he should
I
have
feel
learned
that
not to do?
they're grossly different. Being that I've seen both, it's a very grossly different film, though, bro. I honestly, that one, watch it tonight. I think it's still free on like Hulu.
I think it's on Shudder.
Oh, there you go. Watch it. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, okay, this isn't the same, shot the same. I don't think it's the same style.
Because it's like I said, I like the actors. I think Pat Healy did fucking great job playing Luke. I think fucking Sarah Paxton, I fucking love her. She was great as Claire. I hated the mother. There's no reason for that character to even fucking be there. I would have even preferred if like okay, say like the old man, how like he was there because of whatever, and then he killed himself, like whatever. If like the mother was there, if like that hotel was drawing people that had heartache, so it's like the kid that she's like telling these stories to is dead, like the whole time. The kid is dead. The mother is alive, and she's there because the hotel's closing, and she's mourning her child and everything, you know. But it's like the kid is dead, and like you find out, oh, the mom wasn't here with the kid, you know. Like that would have been cool, because then there's more stuff with the spookums and everything. The fact that like this ghost is apparently like following Claire everywhere that she fucking goes in this house, but you never see her like around a fucking corner. There should have been like little like, oh fuck, did you see that? There should have been moments like that scattered throughout this fucking film. They're not outright jump scares, but it's building up stuff. Like, oh, you can see it, but she doesn't see it.
It gives you like the sense that like they are actually seeing things.
Yeah.
Than just saying it.
It's like the whole use of the fucking inhaler. It's like, I don't want to fucking hear, oh, well, when she went from that room to this room, she used the inhaler. No, if you're trying to make a point that she's using this inhaler for fucking everything, she needs it to save her life and shit, then like this inhaler is always fucking on her. Like it's second nature for her to just have this fucking inhaler.
Oh yeah.
And anytime she's scared, she uses the inhaler. But she's hyperventilating on a couch, and he's just like, oh, just calm down. And she's like, okay. And then calms down. It's like, then you don't need a fucking inhaler. Like, what is this? Then you get into the basement and the ghost is following you. One, we've never established that the ghosts can touch us. Like, that's never been established in the movie.
They don't say anything about this fucking thing.
So she's seeing the ghost, but for all we know, she could just walk right through the ghost. You know, like, we don't know.
This is true.
So it's like, you need to explain what the fuck's going on with these fucking things. And it's just, it's a stupid shit there, because it's like, I'm sorry. Yeah, the dude's dead. I'm not going to be scared of the guy. Like the dead ghost fucking dude. Unless like he grabs me, or if he like pushes me down the stairs. Then it's like, oh fuck, I need to run. But she tripped down the stairs. She turned around and went, oh fuck, and then fell down the stairs.
It was all on her.
Which is like, okay, but he never pushed you. He never touched you. So just pick yourself up and you walk right back up the stairs. Like, you know, it's like, instead you're going to go further, deeper into this fucking dark ass fucking basement. Where the fuck is her inhaler? Because I don't remember if like when she fell, she dropped it. I don't remember there being an insert shot of like her inhaler being on the floor. If she's running around the house, her inhaler is going to be in her pocket.
Be in her hand.
She's not going to be like, well, let me just put it in my bag and I'll get it later. Like, no, you're going to keep the inhaler, the thing that keeps you alive, on you at all times. As possible. Like, that's just how it fucking works. And it's fucking stupid. It's just stupid, and I don't like it. It's a stupid fucking plot point that doesn't need to fucking be there. That's the thing that takes me from a 4 to a 3, because it's like, no, you're trying to create these situations, but it's like, no,
You're falling a little short.
yeah, it's like, guess what? They make little fucking chains that she could just like put it around her fucking neck. Like if she's using it that much, oh, scary video.
I know. You are right though. They do have, because there are fucking people that just that bad seasonal allergy ones. They have to have it that on the ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, or
It's
they
just
have like the
always there.
drawstring one.
So it's so yeah.
And that fucking chick definitely needed that, because that, let me tell you, she was just puffing away.
Every fucking
I was
time.
like, I don't know, but when I watched my wife have a hard time during like wintry and dry weather, she takes too many of those fucking things, or her fucking
gets
her
all
albuterol.
jittery?
Yeah, you get all fucking jittery because of albuterol. This one's over here puffing away and running around stairs. No wonder you blacked the fuck out. Your heart rate was so probably high from fucking all that albuterol in your fucking system.
So yeah.
And she only looked, what, she looked 90 pounds?
Yeah. If that. Okay, so
But it is free, everybody. Watch it.
It's currently free on Amazon. So yeah, the Spooky Spooky Horror Show official rating 3 out of 5. Next week's video is movie is Slumber Party Massacre, the original 1982 version. I can't show the trailer.
Thank you.
I can't show the rematch. I'll show you.
Too.
Dude, don't get us fucking banned.
No. I'm gonna,
okay.
Well, I have to cut it out from the podcast when I put it up on fucking YouTube anyway, because every time I have the trailers up, it gets fucking copyright claimed, and they have the shit in the YouTube software where you could just like cut that section out and be like, all right, fuck it. But when I do it, I think I left it for 2 days, because then it's like, oh, we have to re-look at it to make sure. Oh. And then like after 2 days, it still wasn't fucking done. Oh. So I was like, fuck it. I just reloaded it, cut that section out, re-rendered it, uploaded it, and like 6 hours later, it was good to go. I was like, fucking useless. Fucking useless. Okay. So far, it looks like this version. It's not what I wanted. Playback speed. We're gonna go 2 times.
Oh god.
I'm going through. I'm just doing a quick run through to make sure.
The reason why we're doing this, folks, is because it's a rated R movie. It also has a decent amount of, I guess, nudity in it.
It's so much nudity.
Yeah. So on that being said, we don't want to be banned. And if you're gonna watch it, just be mindful it has a lot of nudity in it.
It's directed by Amy Jones. Yeah. Female director. It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
But I don't really want. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what it looks like when I pop it up on screen, because the highest resolution.
Oh my god! Dude, it's like a 1977.
82.
82. Okay.
The highest resolution is, what is it? 480p.
Oh, okay.
It looks bad. There is a remastered version of it
that we cannot show.
Yeah. It's a remastered version of it, but where it's like, you'll see in the trailer, like a girl takes the towel off. The person that remastered it continued the scene a little bit longer, so you see her bare ass. And then they added another scene of them in the shower where you see bare breasts, and it shows full nipples and everything. So whoever did the remaster of it probably had a chub the whole time. But I don't want to be I don't want to get banned for it, so this is the original trailer.
We're fine with chubs being all over the fucking thing, but we're not gonna. Oh no.
That's it for Spooky Spooky Horror Show. Remember, next week is going to be Slumber Party Massacre 1982. Have a good night, and we will see you then. Bye.